Welcome back to Blue Screen Brawl.
Razorhat here, casting with Tukatai.
And we're witnessing Mekkatorque versus Wrapter, the infamous troll. Mekkatorque playing Terran and Wrapter playing Zerg this time. Seems Raptor's taken quite the liking to Zerg.
Personally, I can understand why. Zerg is my favorite race. I am terrible at Starcraft, and Zerg is the hardest race, so I can't play Zerg, which saddens me pretty deeply. But Zerg is fucking awesome.
Let's see. So Mekkatorque probably... Actually, do you think he's going to go for the 5 rack so he doesn't have to reveal any new builds? Or do you think he feels like he can try a different build versus Wrapter? Because Raptor's typically weaker than him.
This is like one of his last games, so I don't see any reason to bust out a new build.
So you think it's going to be 5 racks again?
Yeah, because everyone is watching everyone in this tournament, so if someone sees a new build, then they know what he's going to do. Or one of his options, so I figure we're just going to see the same 5 racks. What I'm more intrigued about is what Raptor's going to do, since those two are like the bestest of friends. And since Wrapter is a troll, he's going to troll harder, most likely. Yeah,
but in Raptor's game versus Rizzy, he honestly tried to play pretty serious for quite a while till the very end. And if Wrapter sees Aaron as a threat, I feel like it is quite possible that he could actually put some effort into this game.
And it does look like he's doing just that, nabbing his early fast expand.
And Extractor before pool can actually be really good, as long as you get the pool reasonably quick, because you can get metabolic boost as soon as that pool drops.
15 hatch, 15 pool, it looks like...
His pool is a little late. I would get his pool, like, I would cut drones to get a pool right now.
Yep, he's doing something pretty greedy.
Because I feel like he'll actually have like 120 gas by the time this, like, I think he'll have actually an excess of a gas. But let's see what Mekkatorque's doing.
Ooh, he's grabbing a factory.
He might change up his build because, you know, Raptor's not terrible and he's learned that, so maybe now's the time for a different build. Now, it's 1 refinery. So I'm expecting, like, Medi-Drop, Cloakless Banshee. You could also, I guess, go into Hellions. And actually, like...
Hellions are pretty strong against Zerg, again.
That is true. He's going for the 2nd refinery. I think this is Cloak Banshees.
Cloak Banshees is a pretty decent guess, because that is very gas-heavy.
His macro's failing, though. He's stuck on 12 workers, and he's going to put 3 dudes in gas, and he's just not going to have very many workers.
Well, he's started producing them again, so that's one thing going on.
He's getting the tech lab on the factory. I'm assuming he's going to switch it with the starport. Although he has a tech lab there. I see. Alright. Cancel the tech lab because he has a tech lab on the barracks. I think he's going to put the starport on the barracks, and then give the factory something else. So he isn't going Hellions. I think that it's definitely going to be that Banshee build. And Wrapter doesn't know how to make detection, as far as we know.
Yes, that is true.
I think that is actually a very good build. Now let's watch him transfer. And he definitely has enough gas. He should have more goods on minerals, and he won't be able to transition that well. But that, I think, is okay, because I really think this Banshee could kill him.
I think so as well, and there goes the Cloak, and the Banshee comes...
After, which is fine, because you sort of want to save your Banshees until Cloak comes. You can be there a little before Cloak.
And there's the Banshee.
So, this could be very good. I would... First of all, he's supply box, which is bad. He should add a command center with all of his extra minerals.
Yeah.
Or go all in and add like 3 barracks.
He could probably also take guys off gas. I don't know what else he'd spend it on.
Yeah. I think Wrapter is actually predicting the 5 racks with the Baneling. Because this is actually pretty
Wrapter
early.
Just loves Banelings.
That is also a possibility.
Is getting them every single game that he plays in.
But I think Wrapter could have actually held off the 5 racks, so I think Aaron's choice of builds is actually really good. Mekkatorque's in for a pretty good game, and the command center's down. I think he's going to get second Banshee at least. And that's pretty good. Sending out the Banshee. By the time it gets there, it'll do a little damage, and then Cloak
will kick in, and then...
does he have a lair? No.
He doesn't
has
even have
two queens.
He has an extractor, though.
He has an Evo chamber. So he could drop spores. But I don't think... Look, the Cloaking Field's going to hit right as this Banshee gets here.
The question is, does he hide it and save it for as long as he can? Or does he just pop it on right away and try and get maximum damage?
Yeah, let's see. I think he's just going to pop it immediately.
And Wrapter comes in, and this is the most unexpected thing. He only has 2 queens, 1 in his face. And... he's not reacting at all. There's nothing he can do. He's bringing his Banelings there, but he's like, oh shit, my Banelings don't hit air. I think there we go, finally a Spore Crawler, but all those drones are gonna die. Yeah, he could run them.
He could be target firing better, and he really should run them. But I don't see this crippling damage, and Banshee number 2 comes in. Is there a Spore Crawler in the other base?
No, because once that happens, now we can just move on to one base.
That was a bad move. I think the Spore Crawler will kill the Banshee before anything else. He's gonna lose both Banshees.
He could have taken out the Spore Crawler, but the anti-micro...
Yeah, exactly. But I wouldn't have even engaged that. He honestly pulled that very well. Banshees aren't meant to engage anti-air. You can't just brute force them. Like Mutas you can, where you'll stack them up and you'll kill a cannon in an instant. But with 2 Banshees, you can't just brute force anti-air. You have to have finesse. He could have gone back here and picked off a drone here or drone here. He could have done so much damage. Or he could have gone over here. You know, there's a Spore Crawler here. He just needs to have a little finesse. But he has expanded behind this, and let's see what the unit counts are. 24 to 27. Honestly, this is a pretty even game.
Quite. I mean, Mekkatorque still has the Starport behind this, so he can pretty easily go into whatever he wants, really.
Yeah,
it looks like he's favoring tanks.
Mekkatorque could have won this game, but I think he has... I think it's even. Honestly, this game looks completely even, because he botched that really bad.
Yeah. He could have gotten a lot more damage off, but
yeah,
he just didn't.
Even saving the Banshees just for some map control is wonderful. You can make sure a Zergling never takes the Watchtower. Banshees, you know, well, they're not that great in a straight-up fight. There's so much you can do with them, and they're gone.
And they really do scale into the late game. Just having, like, 1 or 2 Banshees with your army just does wonders.
So, I'm really sad that he lost those 2. 2, not even 1. He thought he could do it, but...
But it's really hard for someone who just doesn't play all that much.
Double tank drop.
That is very interesting. I don't think this is going to work out so well. But then again, Wrapter is pulling everything out at the exact wrong time.
Dude, this would be the weirdest base trade. If this... Oh, no, it's not. Well, he might be...
No, he's got Banelings on it as well.
Because the Siege Tanks are the only things that can really do with the Banelings, and the Siege Tanks aren't there. If he doesn't run right now, this would be a really weird base trade. But this could be good.
I don't think so. He can just walk in a bunch of lanes and be well on his way.
No, look at
all of his Marines.
And then the Siege Tank, if it was behind the wall...
The Siege Tank survives.
Dude, they picked off the command center. He didn't lift it. This isn't lifted, that isn't behind there.
I think Mekkatorque just lost this game.
Mekkatorque might have just lost this game, and it looks like he killed the Siege Tanks with these drones. Mekkatorque's falling in supply. I think Wrapter has won this game.
Well, I guess we've seen that. Wrapter can be serious every time Did he retreat with the Mekkatorque? Where did that Mekkatorque go? I guess it's retreat. And Wrapter's expanding behind this.
Look at the worker difference.
The worker difference, the army difference.
And only more. Look at that. It's growing. 21 workers killed. He killed 11 with those 2 siege tanks, but...
And now Wrapter can just easily macro up behind this. Still with no hotkeys, so...
Mekkatorque has very poor decision-making and very poor crisis management. It's really, that really is his bane. He had a pretty good strategy, but
I think his plan, like, his best chance right now is to just try and bring it into the late game as much as possible. Wrapter's lack of hotkeys will be the death of it.
That is true. Look, with the command center, he botched that so much.
Yeah.
What was he, controlling the siege tanks? I don't know where he was looking, but he lost all control. I don't know if his hands were off the keyboard.
I think he was moving the Marines down at the time. I thought the Marines could take the Lings.
He's going for a Doom drop, and I sort of agree with this, because I don't think he can even win in a macro game with Evan at this point.
I would normally say the same, but Evan doesn't use hotkeys. There are just a lot of things to consider. If Evan could use hotkeys and could spend all of his money, I'd say Mekkatorque wouldn't stand a chance, but he can't. He doesn't. So, going into the late game isn't actually the worst decision.
Yeah, and you know what? He might take this, if Wrapter doesn't react, he could kill this third. Now, Wrapter actually has pretty good minimap watching. He has that core RTS experience. He might not know enough Starcraft, but he knows how to watch a minimap.
I don't like this.
That is a very core decision.
And the queen on top of it. And soon enough, he won't even be able to drop, the Spire's about to pop.
Yeah, that's true. And
with the Spire comes mutas, and
mutas are super powerful when you're already ahead. I really think these mutas are going to be the nail in the coffin for Mekkatorque. Mekkatorque has lost against Wrapter.
That is incredible. Wrapter, who is thought to be the second weakest player in this game, is about to win against one of the considered better players, or at least mid-level.
Wrapter really has something to him. He has some core abilities that he's able to take advantage of.
And he's
Someone really needs to tell him he can rally, though. Oh, he rallied there. I don't know why he doesn't rally more.
He doesn't have hotkeys. He's just limiting himself. And it's like, he hasn't played StarCraft, and honestly, I don't know how he can play some other RTSs without hotkeys.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, even in Warcraft 3, you really need... I mean, it's a little less in Warcraft 3 since you really only control, like a group. But it's still... And you don't have to macro that much at home, so I guess you can play Warcraft 3 without hotkeys. But StarCraft just doesn't permit it.
Yeah, StarCraft is just much harsher. You need to know much more core mechanics.
Yeah.
So how many mutas have popped out?
I don't think any. 2.
No, 2 have popped out. Like, he just needs to be able to get more gas. He hasn't taken the gas at his third.
He hasn't taken this, like, these... yeah, he really just doesn't have enough gas to support the mutas. The mutas are still nice, I guess, because they'll be able to deal with some medevacs, but the mutas actually won't be anything that will kill Mekkatorque. Mekkatorque's still in the game.
Yeah.
We shouldn't, you know, I've been counting him out a little bit. Mekkatorque definitely could come back. Wrapter doesn't know what he does, you know, and he doesn't have hotkeys, as you were saying.
Wrapter, I don't think, realizes how ahead he was. He didn't strike when the iron is hot. He took an expansion, which is very good, but now he's just taking more and more macro hatches when he could be taking a 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th base.
Yeah. Really, it's just macro. And honestly, macro hatches, in the hands of someone who doesn't use hotkeys,
are very powerful. That is a very true fact. But the other...
No, I mean, like what? Do you click on each one, build, click on each macro hatch? I think you can't utilize them if you don't have hotkeys. Because, look, if I'm Evan, click SDDDD. Scroll over, click SDDDD. SDDDD. And I'm not using rallies, so I'll have to go back later and send each one SDDDD. SDDDD. Rather than a person who uses hotkeys, they would hit 3, S, D.
That is true. That's the other problem. Evan can't take it into Wrapter can't take it into a late game just because he can't spend the money. He needs to also take his gases. He needs to take his gases. That's his limiting factor right now. Yeah. He has 2 untaken gases at his third. And if he had those, he could just make more mutas.
He doesn't actually have that many. His economy is weaker than most games. Like, look, he has 7 on minerals at his natural.
How many does he have as his third?
13, 15. So his main's, like, okay. His third's a little under, but his natural has only 7 workers on it. His economy's not that good. It's about equivalent to Aaron's economy.
I guess he lost some mutas at some point, because they're not there anymore.
Yeah. What can 2 mutas do, though? I don't think we missed anything. But...
I don't know what the Corruptors are going to do, though.
Yeah, they're really...
I don't think he knows about Broodlords.
Yeah, maybe he thinks sniping medevacs is good. A lot of people are like, oh, get anti-air for the medevacs, even though it's not really a core way to think.
Yeah, he is swelling with a lot of lings, though. He's been producing like 30 to like 8 to 30 lings at a time. And he's probably got them scattered all over the map with all of his hatches. And then he goes into an infestation pit, which eats up all of his gas, but he doesn't have any to eat up.
Yeah. He doesn't understand economy management, because that was not a part of Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3, you had 5 dudes on your one base, and then you got some lumber.
And occasionally got a second if you are very far ahead.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
and most of the time
Starcraft is an economy game. Warcraft 3 really isn't, so while he might be able to micro, he doesn't understand the fundamentals of when do you need gas, balancing your resources, when do you need more drones. That's something that he just doesn't know.
But then again, he does have just a lot of stuff.
He does just have a lot of stuff, because Mekkatorque blundered this game, and by all rights, should have lost right there. But Wrapter can't close a game, because...
he can't go into the late game. He is just unable to. And it looks like Mekkatorque is going to get 5 if he goes into the late game, Wrapter just can't spend his money, so he can't make use of all of the hatches that he gets.
Look, Mekkatorque's still growing his economy. That's exactly what you want to do. What Mekkatorque should start doing is, he's filling out his economy pretty fast. I would start adding more gases. But overall, let's check what the upgrades are. His upgrades are pretty good. Let's check the upgrades on these. 2-2? Both players have been pretty good with their upgrades, so...
And it looks like Wrapter is teching up to Hive. He's also getting upgrades for his Corruptors?
Alright, these siege tanks are siege, but I don't know, without micro, these banelings are so strong.
Yeah.
And, oh.
Oh no.
Just a little force.
Oh no, and that's bringing in the Marines. Oh!
Wait! That wasn't that bad. Look at the supply! Raptor's falling heavily. I think Mekkatorque has taken it.
How do both of them have so few workers?
Well, Mekkatorque just lost most of his workers.
That is true.
Look, Wrapter didn't drone since the early game because he can't handle it. And he has so much economy. Why would you get more drones if you can't even spend the money you have with this amount of economy?
Yeah.
Wrapter cannot macro past 2 bases.
Yeah, he is just unable to. And Mekkatorque's just walking across the map. This is just going to end it.
I mean, if he morphs, like, let's see, if those banelings on creep, there's no siege tanks.
I don't know. If he just charges headlong into them, those banelings don't do as much as you think they do.
Alright, this is bad. And look where the banelings are going. Area with no creep. So those 3 Marines. This game's over. Mekkatorque's taking this back, even though he crippled himself in the early game. Fancy control.
I think that doesn't matter too much. But Wrapter's also going for a greater fire.
Broodlords. He'll just walk under the Broodlords. I really...
There isn't...
This game could turn around, but even if it does turn around, can Wrapter close the game against Mekkatorque, who has superior macro?
You might be able to do it with Broodlords, but I still highly doubt it.
How many Broodlords can he make with only that much gas?
Yeah. He's getting some nice baneling hits, but...
He doesn't even have the Corruptors anymore. It would take... GG. Well, it takes a long game.
Not even.
I was not expecting that to turn into a long game, but...
And there we go.
Alright, that's the end of Group B.